Yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome to another live trading session. Guys, today is going to be very interesting. I have some nice setups right here for you guys. So, without further ado, let's begin. As you're coming in, please let us know where you're joining from. Let this session be interactive as much as possible. And at the same time, I want you to please try and click the like button, and at the same time help us share this video on all Forex trading platforms you are a member on. Please, let's do this right now before we get into it. So currently I'm live on TradingView and YouTube. So I'm just using this streaming platform for the first time. Let's see how it's going to do today. Hopefully it behaves well. If it's fine, you can drop a comment there. Oh, it looks nice. You can keep using it. It is the OBS Streamlab desktop. It's for free. So guys, you're welcome. No, I can see the charts. So let me see. Maybe there's a way I can adjust that and I can see the charts. Okay. Let me see if there's a way. Okay. Right here. Okay. From TradingView, I can see the charts. How about YouTube? In case if there are any questions. Thank you. Okay, everything is working perfectly on TradingView. What about YouTube? Let's check YouTube. Guys on YouTube, if you can hear me perfectly, please can you just comment in the section box there so that I won't be speaking to myself. And for those that will be watching the replay, I'll try to cut all this section, all these minutes, so that you won't be having that in the replay session. So guys, I have some analysis I have here. Even I have like 3 nice trading setup that I think is gonna fetch us some nice pips this trading week. So let's start our analysis. As you know, I used to have my analysis section by section. I have the crypto section, I have the US dollar PS section, and I used to have the GBP PS section. So today I'm going to be starting with the crypto section. Let's see what we have for crypto for next week, or for this week I mean, starting from today. And let's see the possible markets movements, and if there is a possibility to see a nice trading opportunity on these crypto pairs. On my own chart, I have 3. On my watch list, I have 3 cryptos that I do watch them. I don't really trade much crypto, but at times, whenever I see very nice trading opportunity, I try to pick them. So I remember on Thursday, I gave a signal. I gave a trade recommendation on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And let's go to Bitcoin charts. And the market did as I anticipated, and some of you guys have made that trade. We have guys that love trading cryptos. I think they took advantage of that trade. So that's it. So today, what do we see on Bitcoin and what I'm expecting from Bitcoin for this week? That's what I'm going to be getting at in the next couple of minutes. So I'm still trying to figure out how I can be seeing the chart on YouTube. That's what I'm trying to see now. I should be able to see it in the channel. Okay. While I'm fixing that, let's just quickly start the analysis. I know you guys you can't wait for me to start my analysis. And in case if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to the channel and just encourage what we are doing here, and try to comment right there. Let us know where you're watching from, and where you're joining from, and which currency pair you would like us to analyze. Which currency pair would you want us to analyze? Okay, fine. I have my, what are you calling it, right here. Okay, I can also see the chart from YouTube. So now guys, let me quickly check out what's happening on Bitcoin. Thereafter, I can now move into Ethereum. Then I can now go into the USD pairs. So guys, let's quickly start this now. Okay? Yes. Oh, Forex, thank you for the comment. You said your micro echoes a bit. Maybe you want to check on that. Okay. You know what? I was trying to. What about now? Is this still the same? Let me know if it's still the same, okay? The way I used to set my mic, or I just changed the settings, not quite long. But let me return it back. I think it should be now much more better. Yeah, it should be much more better right now. Forex, how is it now? How is the mic now? Is it fine? Please let me know if you can hear me perfectly, if there's no more echoes. Oh, it said a bit. Okay. So let's just manage it for today. I think I'm going to correct that before the next. I'm just using the OBS Streamlab for the first time today, so I've not really mastered settings. So I don't think that should stop us from learning and trading for today. Oh my goodness, Barry said it's kind of worse than before. Do you want me to return it back the way it is then? Okay, I think the fault should be from the OBS Streamlab then. Let me quickly check it. Advanced audio settings. Video monitoring. Mute only output. Sorry, I'm testing the audio, okay? Yeah, so it should be down. And this should be like. I think it should be better right now. It's better now, just let me know. Oh, it said it was better before. Then let me just return it back there. Or let me just try and hear it myself from you. Return it back the way it is then. Okay. I think there's some that are playing. I think the fault should be from the OBS Streamlab then. Okay. I think I've detected where the fault is. I think because I'm playing it right here. Let me off it here. Yes, good. Let me pause it here. And the one right here. So what about now? Is it better? This channel and just encourage what we're doing here and try to. Goodness. I don't know what's happening. thing is echoing. That's true. I think it should be better now. Yeah. Yeah. I think everything should be perfect right now. So let me quickly start the analysis. I don't want to take more of your time, though we have at least 1.5 hours to spend here today. We can even go as far as 2 hours, depending on what we are doing and how much we see something to discuss about. So guys, don't forget to like and please, if you can join us on YouTube. Very nice. You said actually it is good. Yeah, it is good now. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate it, okay? So what about the background music? Does it make sense? Hope it's not conflicting with what I'm saying. It happens like that when you are using the system for the first time and you are not used to it. That's what I'm experiencing. Bonifacio Ambody, he said the sound is bad, but someone said it's better now. Okay, let me ask him. Is it better now? Bonifacio Ambody, I think it should be better now. Because someone has confirmed it from TradingView that it's better now. Okay. Because it doesn't make any sense if I'm analyzing and people can't hear me perfectly. That's why I'm taking my time to make sure this audio is set up properly. Bonifacio said no, it's still bad. Okay. Well, let me hear what's happening then. I think from YouTube it's still bad. Let's try and hear YouTube. Let's see how it sounds. Okay. I think the default is, I think because I'm getting it right here. I don't know. Oh, it's scrambling a bit, right? What's that? That's not my fault. I don't know where that's coming from. I've checked all my mic and what about now? What do you think of it now? Let me know, please. Oh, let me hear what's happening there. I think maybe I shouldn't use the Blue I should just use my normal mic. I think that would be better for now. Let me remove this Blue I'll use my normal mic. It's still bad. Let's try and hear you. See how it sounds. I think maybe I shouldn't use the Blue I should just use my normal mic. I think that would be better for now. Let me remove this Blue I'll use my normal mic. I didn't get this. My goodness. That's so terrible. So what's happening? Is it still cracking? Is my voice still cracking? Or what? If I can get a comment now, that is gonna give me what I'm going to do. If not, maybe I'm gonna be going offline and I'm going to try to fix it, then come back for the live stream. Actually, I've tested this thing before now and it was working perfectly. I don't know why it just decided to behave this way. For Forex said it's perfect for him. He can hear me perfectly now. Oh my goodness. Okay. There's no wind. There's no wind in the background here, bro. I think maybe that's the fault of YouTube or something. I don't know. But for those on trading view, they can hear me perfectly. So maybe I should just go on with the analysis. Let me just go on with the analysis. This is perfect on trading view, yeah. So let's analyze Bitcoin and Ethereum in the next 5 minutes. Let's see what's happening. Okay, Varys, I'm gonna check Ethereum. Okay, do not worry about that. So right now, what I could see on Bitcoin is an impulse to the upside. I need to show all this trend line. Let me remove these. And this was a correction to the downside, which I anticipated that it's going to reverse from this potential reversal zone, and that's exactly what the market did. So I was expecting a push up on Friday, and for those that was on the live session, they knew this bullish trade went as anticipated. But for me, is that the end of the bullish move for Bitcoin or not? That's the question now. So I would like to go into the lower time frame, maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour, to see the elliott wave count thereabout. So what I could see here is that the whole of this is the upstream, then followed by this correction. Then we had another push to upside and this correction. Then we had this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the move upside. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that itself tells us that we have an impulse that has completed there. So all of these bullish move to the upside from this low to this high is an impulse, followed by a correction. Now it's followed by something that looks like a zigzag movement. Can you see that? So if that is the case, we have to look at what happened next. What happened next was like a correction to the downside here. So that gives me two things. I have two scenarios that I can derive from these counts. So let me quickly show you what I can derive from this count on the lower time frame. This will 1 with 2 with 3 with 4 with 5. This is correction. So I have to now the first count is this, that is going to be a continuation of this bullish move to enter into this territory. So then the whole of this is going to be maybe this wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and this is going to be wave 5. But this wave 5 has not completed. This is 1, 2, 3. This now will be 3, 3, and this is 5. So this push up is going to be our wave 5 before we now see a pull to the downside. Continuation of the sell. That's highly possible. That's the first scenario. The second scenario is that market might obey this current resistance is from our resistance zone. You see, market can just trade and go in. I'm talking about the second scenario right here. It might just be like this. Market might move inward and you might start seeing the fall to the downside. So those are the two possible scenarios for Bitcoin for this week. Either we see continuation of the push to the upside to complete the last leg of impulse, which is having the whole of these as wave A, first leg of impulse, this correction to the downside as second leg of impulse, and the pull to the upside will be third leg of impulse. That's the first case scenario. The second case scenario is that we are having C to have completed here already. So market is going to obey this resistance zone and you can start seeing market pushing down from any region from here. So that is the second scenario I have. So guys, you can screenshot that and keep that so that you can be referring back to it in your trading and your analysis during the week. For Ethereum, as Forex asked about the Ethereum, let's see what's happening on Ethereum. Actually, on the 4-hour time frame on Friday, I gave a buy recommendation for Ethereum from this price region, and that's 1103 region. And I anticipated that price is going to get to 1255, and that is where price goes to before we see the turning point. Guys, let me see YouTube, guys. Oh my god, YouTube guys are still complaining because they can't hear me perfectly, but those are on TradingView can hear me properly. I don't know, maybe you should just join me on TradingView. Just search for me on TradingView and join from there. Let's go back to analysis. So for Ethereum, what I could see here is like there's a correction. The first leg of correction, this is the second leg, and this is the third leg of correction. Actually, this line you see us drawing is not the actual way the market is going to move. We can never predict the actual way the market is going to move, but it's just like an hypothetical view of okay, the market is going to go up. That's why we put this arrow up here, and the market did that as we anticipated. But now, what are we expecting to follow suit? The first thing I can say categorically for Ethereum is that this is the first leg of correction A, and what we see with the pull down here is pullback here is B, and this should be the third leg of correction, which is C. So whenever we see a correction of A, B, C to the upside, we usually anticipate a fall to the downside. So if everything is as analyzed, market rejecting this current resistance zone, you can see in the past this has been a very strong zone. Market has been rejecting, and market failed to break out successfully. It's just a fake out. They couldn't break it successfully. Reason being that you can see that there is a bearish candlestick after this bullish breakout candlestick. So therefore, we can say we might be anticipating a fall to the downside that the ABC correction has completed. That's the first scenario. So at the same time, I can decide to join my trend line, take my trend line to join these points, 3 lower low. This you could see that this bullish trend has not yet broke out, so we cannot say categorically that this is about to start. So we might now wait for the breakout of this trend line, then we can now confirm that Ethereum is ready to go lower and lower in price. So but for now, we might still see an opportunity. Maybe market might just break above. It depends, because what we are currently trading in this whole phase, from this bottom to this current market price, we are trading correction, and the correction corrective phase. So I'm trying to zoom out and make you see the bigger time frame of where we are coming from. Yes, this is where we are coming from. We're anticipating the completion of wave 5. So we know wave 3 has completed. There's a correction that will get back to wave 4. Then we have the whole of this move as wave 1. This was wave 2 correction. Then we said this is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. So that is our wave 3 in all. So you might not understand this count, but trust me, that is electric analysis for you. But what we need to understand is that we are currently in a corrective phase, and this wave 4 can even correct and expand, continue to go as high as into the territory of 16500. So far it does not break above 1700. So you can see the correction to see continue going as high as possible. So for now, I cannot say there is a distinct and a clear entry signal for Ethereum sell right now, but I think the sell bias has more probability than the buy bias for now. That's Ethereum. Forex, hope I answered your question on Ethereum. Alright, so let's move to other currency pairs. The USD pairs, let's see what we have for them right here. So starting from the DXY, that is US dollar currency index. I've been following up on these analyses for those that watch my live since last week, you know. So currently we thought this is a correction and we are expecting market to pull up because it's currently trading at the potential reversal zone. But let me go into the lower time frame so that you guys can see what I'm talking about properly. So right now we have an ABC correction to the downside, and I see the whole of these as impulse to the upside with one. Then I see the whole of this move, and that's why I draw this parallel line for it, that it's in form of a correction to the downside. So what I'm still expecting, my bias on DXY is still the same. It's the same in the extent that I'm expecting that there's going to be a reversal from this potential reversal zone. Okay, the whole of this impulse is wave 1 and the wave 2 should complete it. I'm still very much positive that maybe there's going to be a push up from any region from here to the upside, while our invalidation level still remains at 103.430 for the XY, that's US dollar currency index. That's where I'm still expecting our invalidation level to be. So, whenever we see market ranging in this way and forming a parallel line downward, a parallel channel downward, we are going to be expecting a reversal to the other side of the trend. We are not. There is no same technical trader that will be expecting a breakout to the downside in this kind of scenario. So what we'll be looking for is a push up to the upside. Although anything can happen, because this ABC that we termed at the end of our wave 4, it may not occur that way. This ABC might be the first correction. This is what I'm trying to say. This down wave can be the first correction. This can be the second correction. And the whole of this phase might now even break below this evaluation level and be the second correction. It will now be something like this in front of zigzag. So it will now be as if we are currently trading around here. Market is currently around here, and the low here is still going to be broken, and market before we now see the pull to the upside. So that's it. But if we are going to be analyzing that way, that may not give us a tangible point to put our valuation level. So it's better to go for this first case scenario, and that is putting our stop loss behind this region at the valuation level of 103.420, 103.420, and expecting a push up during the week. So that's what I'm expecting for DXY. Though it might change, and you might see a continuation to the downside before the push up. Then our analysis is going to be wrong for the buy that we are anticipating around this region. And then we will now go with the second scenario, that the whole of this move is the first leg of correction, and this is just the second leg of correction, and the downward channel will now be the last leg of correction. I don't know if that is understood. Guys, do you understand my analysis on the XY US dollar index, or do you want me to come back again? Or let me know in the chat box, please. Do you want me to come back again on the DXY analysis, or do you want us to proceed to euro dollar or USD CHF? Yeah, Forex said, I agree with you, I'm looking to short maybe. Oh, that's for Ethereum, right? Okay. Let me see if those on YouTube are still finding it hard to listen to me. Yeah, I think so. Well, that's not my fault actually. That was YouTube's fault. Okay. Alright, let's continue. Let's look at the USD then. Let's look at USD and see what's happening. So guys, for USD my analysis still remains as I have it since last week. What we can see here is a very nice and clear trading setup. This swing to the downside as our impulse, the correction to the upside, then we have a continuation to the downside, which is wave 3. Then we have this triangle pattern, seems to be our wave 4, before we now see the breakout here. This is a breakout zone. Use the call out set. Breakout, triangle pattern breakout. Oh, this is breakout zone right here. Fine. So for those price action traders that knows triangle, they know triangle is a corrective pattern and it's a reversal, reversal pattern. It's trying to tell you that the former trend that is happening before, sorry, is a continuation pattern. I mean, so the trend that is happening before want to continue. So we are in the bearish trend. The fall was massive up to this point before we now start seeing the market price ranging and forming a triangle pattern. So after there was a breakout here, market to retrace it a bit from wave 2, then we saw the continuation to the downside, wave 3, then we saw a continuation, a correction of wave 4, and we had a last move to the downside, which is in form of wave 5. that is the case, so you could see there is a completion of a 5-wave to the downside, and in Elliott wave, this is what we call an ending diagonal. Let me show you what we call an ending diagonal. This is an illustration of triangle pattern. An ending diagonal will have 5 waves. This will be wave 1. This is going to be wave 2. We'll see wave 3. And wave 4 will enter this territory, and we have wave 5. Sorry. So when you now try to join it, you see that it's going to make sense. It's going to give you something like an ending diagonal. So if we are to label it, we will say, okay, this swing is the first wave, wave 1, and the correction is wave 2, this down move is wave 3, the pullback is wave 4, and the continuation is wave 5. You will notice that wave 4 here, this reversal, which we label as a wave 4, goes into the territory of wave 1. So that's exactly what happened here. This correction is a wave 4. Now let me point it out so that people can see what I'm talking about. This correction to the upside is wave 4. It went into the territory of this wave 1. Can you see? Yes. So and this is wave 5. So that's how the ending diagonal used to overlap. So when we say ending diagonal, that tells us that the impulse has completed and there's going to be a correction to the opposite side. So I count the whole of these as my first leg of correction, and this should be my second leg of correction. And there should be at least some movement to the upside, even if it can get into this potential reversal bracket. At least it's going to push up a bit, and the validation level will be behind here. But that's the validation level. So that's it for USD guys. Let me quickly move into EURUSD. That's EU, Euro dollar, and what we have there currently. Let's start from the 4-hour time frame. That will be better. That's going to give us a better outlook of what is happening here. Okay, guys. We know we are expecting an impulse to the downside from here. For those that have been following our analysis, we already analyzed this separately. This is ABC to the upside, this is another ABC to the downside, and ideally it must be followed by 5 waves to the upside. That's the rule for flats patterns. This is 3, 3, and 5. Then we should see another impulse to the downside. We call the whole of this wave 1, and this is wave 2. This moves to the downside wave 3, and we are seeing this as a correction. This is what I'm talking about. The whole of these move from this low to this high. I'm seeing them as a corrective phase. So which ideally will be followed by an impulse to the downside. So let's look at it together and see, as this correction that started from this low to this high, has it completed yet? The first thing we can use to answer that kind of question is we should just use our trend line here. So let me go into the 3-hour time frame, 2-hour time frame, so we can see better. I think it's now bold enough, everyone can see. Perfect. So trying to join my trend line, I could see that the bullish trend is still in place. So actually at first I was expecting that it's just going to be a bit of retracement before the fall downward, but that's not happening. So I can say the whole of this correction is my first leg of wave 4 now. It's not as if my wave 4 has completed yet, which I was anticipating. We saw a correction downward, then we saw another zigzag, A, B, C, that's another zigzag, making 2 zigzags. Sorry, 3 zigzags. This is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one. Then we are now seeing another zigzag to the downside. In case if you can't see it properly, let me go lower into the 2-hour time frame. Or let me demystify this a bit. This is the first zigzag, mark it as number 1. This is the second one. The whole of this is first, second, and this is the third zigzag. Then we are now seeing another zigzag to the downside. So that's electric for you. Whenever you see correction like this, there should be at least either correction to the opposite side or impulse to the opposite side. So we are expecting a correction to the opposite side in this case. That's going to be zigzag also, and it's going to break above this invalidation level. So that will make me to remove this invalidation level we had this last week, because it's obvious now that market is going to break above this. So we don't know where our validation level will be yet, because market is still correcting. You could see these movements are in form of zigzag. They are not moving like in a straight rapid impulse. They're just correcting. So series of corrections like this makes up complex correction. So I can say the whole of this, this is what I mean by complex correction. You see zigzag, 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 zigzag to the upside. Then you can now see that it's going to be a breakout at the end of the tunnel. So that's what I'm thinking that is happening on euro dollar also. So let's see how far this correction is going to go. For now, we cannot react on the information we can see on the chart. We have to wait and relax, fold our hands, and see if there are going to be better trading opportunities in the coming days ahead. So, and at the same time, we are anticipating the NFP news. I think it's going to be next week, not this week. Okay, so should we be bothered about that yet? There's still going to be some nice news that is possible to move the market. So let me see what we have in the economic calendar that might trigger the volatility. There's a message on there's a live comment that never was. So your sound is a bit shaky. Do you have any live trade on MT4? You can join on trading view live stream. Then you can try to join me on trading view live stream. I don't know why it's appearing this way on YouTube, and it's really discouraging me. I think I have to go back and fix that and find why my voice is a bit shaky, on the YouTube platform. Okay, let me quickly finish my analysis before I do that. I have to do that today, but against tomorrow, that will be happening. Against Wednesday, live session, I mean. So let me go to gold chart and see what we've got. So for gold, I know a lot of people have been anticipating what's happening on gold. So guys, on gold, gold is a bit tricky. It's trying to trick us to have a position, but in this kind of market movement, the best is for you to just fold your hands and start looking at where gold is going to end its journey, because right now we know it's in a correction. corrective phase, and we don't know how long the correction can be. So, but what I could see on it this morning is that there's a possibility of the breakout from this channel to the upside. Then before we can now see the move we are anticipating, that's the bearish move. That's what I am expecting, because these are form of zigzags, a lot of corrections up here, and these are another form of correction to the downside. So there should be another form of correction to the upside also, ideally, and it should then be followed by the impulse to the downside. Then we can see this. This is going to be our first target in that case, and this is going to be the second target, and this is going to be the third target. So let's wait and anticipate what gold is currently doing. Because if you have been following my analysis, almost every time I have a live session, I will start from the 4-hour daily time frame to analyze this particular pair, that's the gold against US dollars. So we have the impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that completed here as a first leg of correction. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 swings made up the first leg of correction, and we had A, B, C to the downside. That's 3 zigzag makes up the second leg of correction. I mark this as my way B, and this impulse to the upside make up my second leg of correction with C. And that is what I do here hypothetically. Whenever we see A, B, C, there should be a fall to the downside, ideally. So we could see this is the first leg of the fall, followed by correction, and the fall should have continued. But what are we seeing? We're just seeing a lot of correction. So that's leave us with two things. Either we see markets pushing to the upside before we now see continuation to these possible target zones, or there might be a miraculous movement and market can just start falling right down without completing the complex correction. It's possible. But for both scenarios, our validation level is still right here. So far, market has not break above this 1879 region. We are not going to be reviewing this setup. We are still going to stay to validation level. So that's that about gold. If gold analysis is clear, guys, can you let me to know from your chart? Let me know if the gold analysis is clear enough, or you want me to do the analysis again. It's very annoying the way YouTube live stream is doing. I don't know why. Maybe the settings, the fault is from me. Maybe I was the one, I didn't get it right. I don't know. Why would my voice be shaking and have a good audio from here? And on TradingView, it's perfect, it's stable. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm going to look into that after the live session. But for now, let me continue my analysis. So I also have for you guys an analysis on GBP pairs. Let's quickly look into GBP pairs and we can see what we have there. Let's start with GBP USD. GBP USD is perfect to start with. GBP USD. Yeah, this is GBP USD. ABO105. Can you check on Ethereum? Yes, I've analyzed Ethereum. Some while ago, and we concluded on two scenarios for Ethereum. Okay, these are the scenarios we have on Ethereum. Ethereum is currently in a corrective phase. That's why I cycled the whole of this bullish move. And there we have two scenarios. Either market is going to continue to fall down from this region with the reason that the correction has completed ABC, or we might see continuation of push to the upside that cannot break above 1700 if the sell position is going to hold. So for now, let's just wait and see if we are going to see some bearish confirmation to sell Ethereum. I would never recommend buying Ethereum right now because it's as if the bearish correction has not completed yet. So there are still possibility of a fall to the downside. So let's just anticipate. For those that already have buy position from around here that I analyzed on Thursday, I gave them a buy recommendation from here. So they can be just looking at closing their position right here or locking their profit and waiting for maybe there's going to be higher opportunities and higher profits to the upside. So that's it. Hope that answers your questions. AB0105. I hope that answers your questions. Forex 7, you don't have spam. I don't understand. I don't understand what you're trying to say. I don't understand what you're trying to say. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Oh, let me go back to analysis. No, I was busy analyzing GBP before I was interrupted with a question on TradingView. Let me go back there now. Yeah, this is GBP For pound dollar, I'm a fan of Wave, and I make sure I combine key resistance and support zones with my analysis, and that was why I was able to predict this move to the downside. I was able to take this down trade when it happened then because I've been anticipating it. I knew the whole of this was 5 wave and that was the last leg of a flat pattern. Flat pattern has 3 waves, just like zigzag also, but the wave 1 will have 3 sub waves, and that's what happened here. I call it the first leg, or let's say A of the flat pattern. The second wave of flat pattern, we have 3 sub waves on the opposite direction also. So downward we have this A, B, C. Sorry, that's the second wave for flat pattern, and the third wave for a flat pattern will have 5 sub waves to the opposite direction again. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to the upside. So that is flat pattern that's completed, and flat pattern is a corrective structure, nothing else. After a corrective structure, there's going to be an impulse. It's as simple as that. So that's why we are seeing this impulse to the downside, and this is the first leg of the impulse. This all of correction is the second leg of the impulse, and this massive push to the downside is the third leg of impulse. Ideally, it should be followed by a correction, and that's what happened. Let me try and zoom in so that you guys can see perfectly. This is exactly what happened. Push to the upside, the correction, and that is a typical zigzag. A typical zigzag happened in BBUSD. So, and ideally after the zigzag like that, there's going to be an impulse to the downside. That's what's happening. Impulse here, and I don't know why market started ranging at this price region. Market has been ranging here. So let's see the outcome of this ranging and ranging, is because the outcome is going to be one of 2 things. Okay, guys, you want me to show you one of the 2 things is going to happen? Yeah, 2 things. One of 2 things is going to happen for GBP. Guys on YouTube, I promise you guys, I'm going to find a solution to this, and my voice is going to be perfect on Wednesday for those that are joining from YouTube. Okay, I know you guys will be disappointed with this, but please, you have to pardon my error. Okay, please pardon my error for that. So no, okay. So GBPUSD, scenarios with this ranging of a thing. The first scenario is this: either we see market start pulling down from here. That means maybe the correction has completed, but we can never be sure of that until this key resistance or this support is being broken. Whenever we see a breakout above this, below the support, then we can know that the bearish trade is ready to resume fully. That's the first thing that can happen. The second thing that is highly possible is that we might see this push to the downside that is happening, and then it's going to be followed by a push to the upside. And that push to the upside can now be one of two things: either breaking above our invalidation level, which probability of that is very slim, is around 40 to 30% possible, because ideally wave 4 should not break above into the territory of wave 1. So it should be decent that the BSD should just reverse at anywhere before invalidation level. So if that is the case, then we can say the reversal is going to be below invalidation level before we see the pull to the up, to the downside. So for me, GBSC, I'm still totally bearish in terms of my buyers, but I'm not having any live trade on it currently. So that's just my opinion. I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for one of two things: either a reversal to the upside, giving me a very nice bearish candlestick like shooting star, then I'm going to hammer the trade from there. Or I see market, I wait for the market to continue going as low as this and break below this support zone, retest it, break coming down as low as this, breaking this support zone, retest it, and I'm going to fire my sell position right here. So those are what I have in terms of my trading plan for GBP, USD, pound, dollar. Hope that is clear. We have people watching now from YouTube. Can you guys hear me perfectly? Because some while ago it was all busy, cracking, and people didn't enjoy the analysis. I don't know if it's still the same right now or not. I see markets. I wait for the markets to continue going as low as this and break below this. Wow. It's cracking really bad there. I don't know why YouTube is making it big like that. Anyways, guys, before I go, because let me quickly check out New Zealand CHF and Australian CHF, because I'm seeing some nice possible trade opportunity there for you guys. New Zealand CHF buy trade is something that is fantastic. You can take advantage of it because of there's going to be a reversal to the upside. It can get up to this region or not, but the first target should be here. First target should be here. That should be a first target. Where's my text? So it should be the first target. First target. Yeah, because that was a former support zones that I was broken. Oh, Forex, you're still here. Thank you for being. Oh, wow, you're still here. I didn't know. Thanks for staying. You said it's still good on TradingView. Imagine, yeah. I don't know why it is like that on YouTube. I thought you've gone. Most people would just come to the live session and run away again. But actually, it's fun when you're showing people your reasons why you're picking your trade. It's gonna help you also to have a sense of accountability, and you are not going to be trading based on your feeling and thoughts. You are going to be trading based on what you can really see from the market and what you can prove. When you start trading that way, then you're separating emotion from your trading, and it will really improve your trading results. And that's what I've been doing for years now, So for guys that you can join me on my Telegram channel if you want, So that's it. That's trading Forex Lab. See that in the Forex Lab channel. You can just search for Forex Lab channel, not Forex trading lab and channel. So we can join from there. So I'm expecting a minimum of a push up to this upside for New Zealand CHF, because even if you check your divergence on RSI, you're going to see that there is a divergence. There's RSI divergence on New Zealand CHF on the 4-hour time frame, or is it on the 3-hour time frame here? I think it's on the 3-hour time frame. Let's see. Yes, right here. You could see that if we join this low and this lower low together, what we are seeing is a bearish trend to the downside. But on the RSI, it's showing something otherwise, and that is like shows something like a bullish move to the upside. So that's what we mean by RSI divergence. So whenever we see the RSI divergence, it's a confirmatory tool. There's going to be a reversal or retracement in the coming market movement. So that is what I have on New Zealand CHF in terms of opportunity for you guys. This is the first target, and my second target, which is the ultimate target, is somewhere here. So that's what I'm expecting for New Zealand CHF. Let's see how it's going to go. Let's see how the market is going to obey this. Hopefully it goes up perfectly. So let me just save this, so that maybe on Wednesday I can show you the result of this trade. So let's look at Australian CHF, AUDCHF. AUDCHF2 is doing typically the same thing. We could see the RSI divergence to here on 4 hours is very clear. On 3 hours, I mean, it's clear right here. And also, okay, let me even zoom out so that you guys can see that I've been counting the waves on this thing for long. This zigzag is the first leg of zigzag. I label as W. We have the second leg, which is the X, and we have all of these. All of these as the second leg, as the last leg of the zigzag. So W, X, and this A, B, C is our Y. So that tells us that the correction pattern is possible to have been completed down there, below there. So that's why I'm expecting a total reversal, so as high as 0.0949, but I won't be aiming at that just in a go. I'm going to first take my first profit target should be here, and my second target should be here. So I have a buy position around here now. So my stop loss, my validation level is here. For aggressive traders, their stop loss might be somewhere here. So let's see how it's going to move. And I can just, let me screenshot this so that you guys, I can show you the update on the Telegram channel and on Wednesday when we are analyzing. So guys, that's what we have for today. I'm going to be joining you on Wednesday by the same time, 11 o'clock UK time, and we are going to be looking at different currency pairs also, and I'm looking at increasing the session to like maybe 2 times in a day, having the morning session like this, and the later hours of the day having another session, maybe an hour, 2-hour session. Okay, so guys, I really appreciate your presence in today's live session. Guys from TradingView and those on YouTube, let me see, do we have anyone see it watching from YouTube? Yes, we see have quite a few people here. here on YouTube. I'm very sorry for the voice. I'm going to try to fix that before the next. Yes, mercy. Yes, I know that we are going to work on that. I'm going to work on that. But on TradingView, the mic is totally fine. It's perfect, So I think one of the reasons for that is the first time I'm trying to use the streaming platform that I just installed. I think that's the reason why. So I'm going to fix that before Wednesday, okay? Just kindly follow and click on the notification so that you can be notified whenever I post my analysis. So that's going to be the perfect way for you not to miss out on that session, because tomorrow I won't be having the live session. I'm going to practice the new streaming app I'm using. I'm going to try to perfect the audio and do a lot of back testing, and we are going to be having a very nice and engaging conversation on Wednesday. So guys, I really appreciate you for being here till this time. We are going to see it again on Wednesday, and hopefully all the trade setup we have would have gone